Welcome to Chasing Baseball's Immortals, where I explore the career of every 20th century Hall of Famer while collecting one of their original Playing Days cards. Today I'm taking a closer look at Vladimir Guerrero and his 1995 Bowman's Best rookie issue. Let's get started. Vladimir Guerrero was born February 9, 1975 in the Dominican Republic, in the city of Nassau, and grew up playing baseball with a natural ease that scouts noticed early. The Expos signed him as a teenager in '93, and once he reached the minors, his talent became impossible to ignore. He hit .333 across 4 seasons in the system, showing the same combination of contact, power, and arm strength that would define his major league career. Guerrero made his major league debut September 19, 1996, and became the centerpiece of the Expos lineup. From 1998 forward, he delivered one of the most consistent peaks of an era, hitting over 300 for 12 straight seasons, topping 30 home runs 8 times, and routinely driving in 100 runs. His 2004 MVP season with the Angels highlighted that run, powered by a late season surge that carried the Angels into the postseason. His style of play was unmistakable. Guerrero swung at pitches in every corner of the zone and plenty outside of it, yet produced elite contact rates and some of the loudest exit velocity of his generation. In right field, his throwing arm became his signature weapon, strong, accurate, and capable of changing how opponents ran on the bases. He played his final season in 2011, finishing with 449 home runs, more than 2,500 hits, and a .318 career average, one of the highest marks of any modern power hitter. After retiring, he remained active in youth baseball in the Dominican Republic and supported the development of his son, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who would follow him into the majors. In 2018, Guerrero was inducted in the Baseball Hall of Fame, becoming the first player to enter with the Angels cap and one of the few Dominican-born position players to receive that honor. His legacy rests on a rare blend of instincts, athleticism, and creativity. A hitter who could turn any pitch into a line drive, right fielder whose presence alone reshaped the field around him. Now we'll place Vladimir Guerrero in context by looking at 2 players from earlier eras whose careers and styles line up closely with his. Guerrero played with a style that stood out in any era, a right fielder with a powerful arm and a swing built on instinct. He turned pitches well outside the strike zone into hard contact. Over 16 seasons, he hit .318 with a 140 OPS plus, regularly pairing a .300 average with 30 home runs and 100 RBIs. He didn't rely on walks. He relied on elite bat control, athleticism, and the ability to drive almost anything he could reach. From the early 20th century, Goose Goslin offers one of the closest statistical parallels to Guerrero. Goslin hit .316 for his career, collected more than 2,700 hits, and drove in over 1,600 runs. His OPS plus of 128 sits just behind Guerrero's, but both produced steady, middle-of-the-order power for more than a decade. Goslin's extra base hits came through doubles and triples rather than home runs, yet the overall impact, high averages, aggressive swings, low strikeouts, and strong outfield arms mirrors Guerrero's production and shape remarkably well. Roberto Clemente provides the closest stylistic echo. He hit .317 for his career, topped 3,000 hits, and carried an OPS plus of 130. Like Guerrero, he relied on line drive power, elite contact ability, and a willingness to attack pitches in different locations. Both controlled right field with a strong, accurate arm that changed how opponents ran the bases. Their offensive approach and defensive presence aligned naturally, giving Clemente a clear connection to Guerrero's style of play. Across baseball history, Goose Goslin and Roberto Clemente offer 2 of the clearest parallels to Vladimir Guerrero, one matching the shape of his production, the other matching the feel of his game. The 1995 Bowman's Best set arrived right as the hobby was shifting towards premium, chromium-style cards. Bowman was already known for prospects, but Bowman's Best pushed things forward with sharper photography, reflective surfaces, and a modern look that stood out from most mid-1990s releases. The checklist includes 195 cards split into 2 groups, red foil for veterans and blue foil for prospects. Both came in standard foil packs through hobby shops and retail stores, and the chrome finish gave the cards a weight and shine collectors noticed immediately. The set features established stars such as Ken Griffey Jr., Frank Thomas, Cal Ripken Jr., and Greg Maddux. Yet it's the prospects that establish the long-term importance of the set, with rookie cards of Andrew Jones and Scott Rowland, players who would soon become major names in the late 90s and early 2000s. And at the center of that group, is the card that defines the release, Vladimir Guerrero. Shot before his breakout in Montreal, it remains one of his earliest and most striking rookie cards. For collectors, the Guerrero rookie card is widely available with over 10,000 graded copies. Recent sales show a PSA 10 in the $500 to $750 range, a PSA 9 around $70, and a PSA 8 near $40. For a premium early career card of Vladimir Guerrero, it remains one of the more available options in the hobby. All right, now let's look at the card. Here's my example of the 95 Bowman's Best, Vladimir Guerrero. I picked this card up about 2 years. It was either on eBay or ComC, I can't remember. I paid right at the going rate, $45 to $50. And I think that's generally where it's at today. It hasn't really moved in price. Nice looking card. The back. And this is a PSA 9. To get a 10, you're looking to pay between $500 and $700, which to me doesn't make financial sense. So I picked up a mint copy for $45 of a Hall of Famer. And since he's somebody that I collected when I was younger, I do have his base Bowman, which this has been in my collection for 20 or 30 years. And a nice card. Maybe one of these days I get it graded, but even then, I think 10s go for maybe $100. But that's a nice looking card too. And that completes my Vladimir Guerrero run. For collectors, Vladimir Guerrero's early card run sets at the intersection of mid-90s prospecting and the rise of premium chromium products. His key issues span both traditional paper stock and the emerging refractor era, giving his early portfolio a mix of accessibility, scarcity, and hobby significance. First up, the 1995 Bowman's Best Refractor is the true standout of Guerrero's rookie era cards. Printed on chromium stock with a reflective refractor finish, it represents the earliest premium quality card tied to his career. The shine, color, and sharper photography give it a presence far beyond most issues. Condition sensitivity comes from surface scratching and refractor lines. And clean copies draw strong interest. PSA values typically run for a 9, $500, and for an 8, around $400. Next up is his 1995 Bowman. It is the foundational early career card, a clean paper stock prospect issue in the classic Bowman style. The design is straightforward, full color photography, a simple nameplate, and the familiar Bowman layout that defined the brand throughout the decade. Centering and surface wear are the main challenges, and values remain steady. PSA examples typically fall in an approachable range, with 9s selling for $40 to $60, 8s for $20 to $30, and raw copies generally land between $5 and $15 depending on condition. Finally, we have his 1998 Donner Signature Series Red. It marks Guerrero's transition from rising prospect to established major league star. The set is built around certified autographs, printed on thicker stock, with a minimalist layout that highlights the signature. Guerrero's card is one of his earliest widely distributed pack-pulled autographs, and it remains a cornerstone of his late 90s hobby presence. Values vary by ink, color, and scarcity, but the base autograph generally sells for around $40 to $50 raw, with graded examples reaching higher depending on autograph quality and card condition. Guerrero's full card run tells the story of a player whose talent transitioned across every era of the hobby, from early Bowman prospects to premium refractors, autographs, and star-level inserts. Whether it's his first paper issue, his breakthrough chromium cards, or the signatures that mark his rise, each release captures a different stage of his career, offering collectors a wide array of cards to choose from. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. And if you have any suggestions for future topics or ways to improve the series, feel free to drop them in the comments. On deck, we'll turn our attention to Christy Mathewson, the poised, disciplined ace who helped define early pitching excellence and set a standard for lasting greatness. We'll also take a look at his T205 gold border, one of the most distinctive and visually striking tobacco issues of all the dead ball era. See you then.